Hey there, it's Chris. So I'm talking on a mic, but it's connected to my computer, which makes me think this isn't going to be any better audio, but I am working on it. Okay, so if you have suggestions, because I'm recording on my phone, if you have suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Nikki Haley. So I wanted to take a minute because I think one of the storylines that's out there that is not exactly accurate is this is a two-person race between Nikki Haley and Donald Trump. No. Nikki Haley came in third in Iowa, well behind Donald Trump and a little bit behind Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is not playing at all in New Hampshire, which is set for next Tuesday. There was a poll that came out. It was either on Monday or on Sunday that showed the race 40-40 in New Hampshire, Trump versus Haley, which I think got a lot of people thinking like, oh, well, okay, she's going to win. But there have been two polls that have come out since then, credible, serious polls that show Trump with a double-digit lead. And I tend to think that this race is probably going to be over next Tuesday, January 23rd. And the reason I think that is, in a two-person race, in order for Nikki Haley to win, given the numbers that we see, in order for her to win, she's going to have the electorate be between 40 and 45% independent. So in New Hampshire, unlike a lot of states, you can go as an independent and vote in the Republican primary, and it doesn't affect your party affiliation or anything like that. So you can, lots and lots of independents vote. There's no Democratic primary. Obviously, Joe Biden is not competing in that state. So we assume that there'll be a fair number of independent voters. This is how John McCain beat George W. Bush in 2000, right? It was in New Hampshire. He had a lot of independents who came and voted. Bush won among Republicans, McCain won among independents. I guess that's the formula for Haley. I still think Donald Trump is going to win New Hampshire, but even if he doesn't, and this to me is the really important thing, even if he doesn't, find me another state where Nikki Haley is going to beat Donald Trump. South Carolina, which is the February 24th. Yes, I know she's from there. But if you look at the polling, it suggests, first of all, it's a quite conservative state. The Republican Party in that state is quite conservative. The governor has endorsed, Henry McMaster has endorsed Donald Trump. If you look at the polling there, it would suggest that Nikki Haley starts from significantly behind Donald Trump. The other factor is, I mentioned him earlier, Ron DeSantis, still in the race. Now, who knows if he can make it all the way until South Carolina, but let's say he does. DeSantis is going to pull at least some of the people who don't want Trump vote, and that is less people who will vote for Haley. So I don't see a path for anyone other than Donald Trump. I've talked to a bunch of Republican operatives this week about this very question. Do you see any plausible path short of sort of some health catastrophe, easy for me to say, for Trump that keeps him from the nomination? And to a person, they've all told me no. That even if Haley wins New Hampshire, there's no next state. Even if she wins in South Carolina, which again I think is very unlikely given the makeup of the electorate, I'm still not sure that she can beat Donald Trump. So I think this is his nomination to lose still. I think it's a one-person race, not a two-person race. And sorry, Ron DeSantis, definitely not a three-person race. And I think right now the race likely ends in New Hampshire, because if Trump wins in New Hampshire, even if his margin is, 4, 5, 6 points, I think that that's probably it. I think we wait a month, we go to South Carolina. He wins the Nevada caucuses on February 8th, which are not heavily contested. And we go to South Carolina, and there's just no stopping the momentum there, right? He's basically called on everyone to drop out, and the race is effectively over. So I don't think Nikki Haley is right when she says it's a two-person race. I think it's a one-person race, and I think it's going to stay that way.